What if one dazzling night could rewrite the meaning of global stardom? What if a single face, emerging across the tallest tower in the world, was powerful enough to silence millions for a moment before sending them into uncontrollable celebration? And what if that face belonged to Kim Taehyung via BTS, whose ability to turn an ordinary day into history has now become a phenomenon fans can no longer predict? These were the questions echoing across social media when Dubai's Burj Khalifa suddenly lit up with the serene, captivating, unmistakable presence of Kim Taehyung. In a night that many now called nothing less than a once-in-a-lifetime moment, people had whispered about a surprise, a hint hidden in unusual fun activity, a trail of clues that felt too suspicious to ignore. But no one could confirm anything. Not until the lights dimmed, the music rose, and the world's tallest building turned into a monument honoring one man whose impact continues to defy logic. The night began like every other in Dubai, warm wine sweeping across downtown, the usual gathering of tourists waiting for the fountain show, and residents strolling without the slightest idea that history was only moments away from unfolding. Yet somewhere in that crowd, a few fans already sensed something unusual. They had seen cryptic messages circulating online, mysterious countdown posts, and sudden spikes in fan engagement across global platforms. It was as if an invisible force was pulling every army in the world toward one thought: something big involving Taehyung was coming. But no one imagined this. As the clock approached 8 p.m., the atmosphere around Burj Khalifa shifted almost imperceptibly, like a shared breath being held. People glanced around, whispering about an energy they couldn't quite describe. The fountain lights flickered, the tower dimmed to a deep, anticipatory darkness, and before anyone could process what was happening, a golden light burst upward, painting the iconic structure in warm hues that slowly began to shape into something recognizable. At first, it was only a silhouette, then a soft glow. Then, in the span of seconds that felt like suspended eternity, Kim Taehyung's face appeared across the skyscraper in a breathtaking, full-scale projection that sent screams and gasps rippling through the crowd. The sound that followed was indescribable, a mixture of shock, joy, disbelief, and raw emotion. Some fans burst into tears. Some froze, unable to move. Others lifted their phones with trembling hands, as if afraid the moment would vanish before they could capture it. What made the scene even more surreal was how effortlessly Taehyung's gentle gaze transformed the world's tallest building into a piece of art that looked like it had been created solely to celebrate him. The display was elegant, smooth, and powerful, much like Taehyung himself. Even those who had no idea who Kim Taehyung was stood in awe, whispering to one another about the identity of the man whose face could captivate a place like Dubai so completely. As videos of the moment flooded the internet, the event instantly became a trending topic worldwide. Platforms collapsed under the weight of the sudden traffic, and fans from every corner of the world joined the frenzy, screaming into their phones as they watched the recordings. Comments ranged from disbelief to emotional breakdowns, from poetic admiration to pure chaotic excitement. People asked how Taehyung managed to always turn surprises into global news. They wondered who orchestrated the event, whether Taehyung knew about it in advance, and what emotions he might feel seeing himself honored on such a monumental scale. Others insisted that the night felt like a personal gift, not just to ARMY, but to anyone who had ever believed in the power of art, beauty, and connection. Behind the scenes, organizers later revealed that the project required immense coordination, timing, engineering, design, and permissions that were notoriously difficult to secure. But what shocked many was the confirmation that this was one of the most expensive light displays ever dedicated to a Korean artist. The scale alone was proof of Taehyung's unmatched presence in the entertainment world. Companies do not invest in someone unless they are certain that the impact will be explosive. And the reaction that night proved them right. His brand power had transcended charts and awards. It had become an emotional experience shared by millions. Yet the most emotional responses were not from companies, but from fans. Many wrote that they felt like they were living in a dream, as if the moment validated their years of love and support for Taehyung. Others shared stories of how his music accompanied them during difficult times, how his voice comforted them, how his gentle personality made them feel seen. For these fans, seeing Taehyung illuminate the Burj Khalifa wasn't just entertainment. It was healing. It was symbolic, a reminder that beauty still exists in the world. And sometimes it comes in the form of a man whose smile can soften even the hardest days. As the night continued, fans gathered at the base of the tower, singing Taehyung's songs together. Strangers became friends, united by the moment they had just witnessed. The atmosphere was filled with laughter, tears, and an unspoken understanding that they were living through a story they would tell forever. Some stayed long after the lights dimmed, staring at the now quiet building as if hoping it would light up again. Others went live on social media to relive the moment with fellow fans who couldn't be there. It became a global celebration that transcended location. Dubai was simply the stage, but the entire world was the audience. Online, one particular question began circulating. How does Taehyung consistently manage to surprise the world in ways no one anticipates? Each year, each comeback, each public appearance seems to carry its own mystery, its own twist that keeps fans on edge. Some say it's his charm, others say it's his unpredictability, but many believe it's his authenticity, the quiet, sincere way he connects with people without even trying. That night at Burj Khalifa served as proof that even in silence, Taehyung can create a roar loud enough to shake the world. Experts have commented on the phenomenon as well. Analysts noted how rare it is for an artist to command such international influence across so many demographics. Marketing specialists emphasize the power of Taehyung's identity, explaining that he represents a combination of elegance, modernity, and emotional depth that resonates across continents. Cultural critics describe the event as a milestone in the globalization of Korean entertainment, marking a shift in how Asian artists are recognized on global stages. But beyond all technical explanations, the truth remained simple. Kim Taehyung has a magnetic presence that cannot be replicated. As dawn approached, Dubai slowly returned to its usual rhythm. But the world did not. The internet remained flooded with clips, edits, articles, fun art, analyses, and emotional messages. People replayed the moment repeatedly, unable to move on. Fans who couldn't attend the event promised themselves they would one day see Taehyung celebrated in person. Discussions erupted about future surprises, possible events, and whether Taehyung himself would comment on the display. Some claimed they spotted hidden symbols in the projection. Theories grew wild, and excitement continued to intensify long after the event ended. What made the moment unforgettable was not just the scale or beauty of the projection, but the fact that it felt personal. Even though millions watched it together, everyone experienced it in their own intimate way. Some saw it as a celebration of artistry, others as a testament to hard work, and many as a reminder of the deep connection between Taehyung and his fans. The night was historical not because of Burj Khalifa's size, but because of the emotion it carried, the raw, overwhelming, heart-pulling emotion that only someone like Kim Taehyung could inspire. Days later, people still describe the event as if it happened only moments ago. Fans rewatch videos with the same intensity, the same awe, the same disbelief that one man could create such an unforgettable global moment. And even now, one question continues to linger. If Taehyung could illuminate the tallest building in the world, what could he possibly do next? The anticipation alone is enough to make fans restless, excited, and prepared for anything. Because when it comes to Kim Taehyung, the only rule is to expect the unexpected. The night he lit up the Burj Khalifa will remain an eternal chapter in the story of modern pop culture. It was emotional, breathtaking, surprising, and deeply human. It was proof that magic is real, not the kind found in fantasy. but the kind created when millions of hearts beat in unison for someone who inspires them beyond words. And that someone is Kim Taehyung, whose presence has once again turned an ordinary night into a moment engraved in global memory forever.